Come, let us worship together. Let us open our minds to the challenge of reason. Open our hearts to the healing of love. Open our lives to the calling of conscience. Open our souls to the comfort of joy.
Astonished by the miracle of life, grateful for the gift of companionship, confident in the power of living faith, we are here gathered.
Come, let us worship together. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this place of fellowship and peace. I'm Pam Fodor. My pronouns are she and hers, and I am the director of programs here at the Unitarian Church of Hinsdale. I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm joined this morning by Megan Griffin and Jamie Passman. Unfortunately, Reverend Beth is still recovering from COVID and wants to keep everyone safe, so she's staying quarantined for one more Sunday, but she does want everyone to know that she is here in spirit. This Sunday's service is a special one to honor our bridging seniors. And some of the older students will be staying in the service today, so we just want everyone to know that all voices, ideas, and wiggles are welcome here. So please rise in body or in spirit and join in our opening hymn, number 346, Come Sing a Song with Me. Yeah. All right, I'd like to invite the young and young at heart to come up. If you are a grown-up and you really love puzzles, you might want to come up for this one, because we're going to do a puzzle. So Megan and I are going to help you do a puzzle today. Oh, good. Ben wants to do a puzzle piece. Come on, Ben. Come on, Kate. Come on, Becca. Okay, fantastic. All right, perfect. All right. So I want you to look at your piece, and I want you to tell me if you can figure out what the picture is just by looking at your piece. Yeah, not really, right? Okay, so do you think that if you saw a picture of the whole thing, that would help you put the puzzle together? Okay, so Megan's gonna show you. All right, so it's a big green chalice with yellow and red flames and around the edges blue zigzaggies. Okay, so if you want to start trying to put the pieces together, while they're doing that, I just want to share that I think our lives are sort of like a big jigsaw puzzle. We don't really get to see the picture on the cover of the box to see how it's supposed to look. Right. Instead, we get the mess of pieces when we first dump them out. We spend our first days finding all the outside pieces, the important things that give us the framework. And then we spend all our other moments trying different pieces, testing and rotating them to see if they will fit, until we decide that they're either wrong or they slip perfectly right into place. How exciting and satisfying it is to see the picture start to emerge. All right, good job, look at that. Good job sticking it out until all the pieces fell into place. So, I wish for our young people, our youth, and all of you, the patience and fortitude to keep sorting, discerning, and trying all the pieces of your life's puzzle until they slip perfectly into place, even if it takes a few tries. Because the picture that will eventually emerge is beautiful and well worth it. So now we will sing our young people out with Mr. Mike. Follow Mr. Mike.
Welcome to all who are here this morning, both in our physical space and those joining us virtually. If you are visiting us today, we are so glad you joined us and invite you to stop by the visitors table in the living room at the back of the sanctuary and sign our visitors book and sign up to receive our weekly news and notes. There are a couple of important and fun things happening today. There's an order form available for the plant sale downstairs, and you can see Dennis, and who's up in the front, and the pickup is on May 21st. Today, immediately following the service, stay here in the sanctuary to see a preview of our budget for the 23-24 fiscal year. You will be able to see what your pledged dollars are supporting and will be able to ask questions. At noon today, we will have our annual Beltane celebration, including dancing the maypole out on our church lawn. Everyone is invited to join us. If you're not available to stay today for the budget discussion, you can attend a Zoom version tomorrow, Monday evening at 7 p.m. The link is in Friday's news and notes. And the annual meeting will take place on May 21st, immediately following the service. Our church's welcoming committee, or congregation, will be leading us on a recertification process and would like to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, please see the online survey in news and notes or pick up a paper copy from the welcome desk in the living room. Be sure to check out your news and notes for more information on upcoming events. All are invited to stay after the service for coffee downstairs in the Alice Warren Room. Visitors and newer folks are invited to pick up a green mug so that we can welcome you and get to know you better. May you each know you are welcome in this house of peace, and may our worship and fellowship this morning touch your heart, mind, and spirit. Welcome to our celebration of life.
I invite you to take a deep breath, settle in to your seats for a moment of meditation. Spirit of life and Spirit of grace, rest with us this day in this place. We lift up every joy, every gladness. We hold up every hurt, every sadness. Spoken in this good company, as well as every secret feeling held quiet in the hallows of our hearts. Blessed be. So today is a special day, one of my favorite days here at the church, and I get to say that 3 or 4 times. Our celebration today is to honor our graduating seniors. But it is not a graduation ceremony. Graduations are goodbyes. While they celebrate the past, they do not acknowledge that those who graduate remain among us. For that reason, the metaphor that's often used to describe them is that of a cliff over which the youth are pushed, never to be heard from again. When Emma, my daughter, graduated from high school a few years ago, she arrived back to me after the ceremony with this ginormous package of stuff. And I'm like, what in the world is this? And I started looking through it. It was every piece of anything from kindergarten through high school. And it was like, they just wiped her from the records and they were like, here you go, we're done with you now. Kate, I think you're gonna get one of those because we went to the same high schools, so just be ready for your packet of stuff. It was as if they were saying, you know, we're done with you, here's all your records, don't ever contact us again. I want you to know from the bottom of our hearts that we will not do that to you here. Our graduating seniors have contributed to our community in ways that will not be forgotten. So instead today, we will have a bridging ceremony. Bridging ceremonies are rites of passage, celebrations of the transition between the worlds of youth and young adult. Today, we will recognize that our youth are growing and transitioning, and we will express the hope that they will remain with us as adults, in body or in spirit, learning from us and teaching us from the wisdom they accumulate along the way. Bridging is not just an end to a wonderful and invaluable RE program, but it is the beginning of a new and exciting time as a Unitarian Universalist adult. This year, we will hear from 2 of our bridging seniors. I will be inviting each of them to read a statement. They've been asked to look over their 8th grade faith statement and decide if their views of faith and religion have changed or remained constant, and to make any other comments they would like. So first we will hear from Alex Dvorak. In 2nd grade, Alex wrote this faith statement. This is so fun, now I have them from 2nd grade on. In 2nd grade, he wrote, "Everyone should be treated fairly and kindly, because everybody everywhere is equal. And in coming of age, he mentioned in his faith statement, I think being a UU is more about your actions than your thoughts. In most religions, you have to believe in this and this and this. Whereas in UU churches, you don't have to love everybody, but you should act in a way that is loving to everybody. In the fall, Alex will be attending North Central College in Naperville to study engineering. So I welcome up Alex.
As far as my beliefs are concerned, not much has changed since 8th grade or even 2nd grade, but how I go about practicing my beliefs has changed. In a given situation, I try to think through my actions as much as possible. I believe that this has helped me become a better person over the last few years. Almost every time in the past that I have gotten upset at something, once the situation was solved and I was able to sit down and think through my actions, I was never happy with them. I found myself overreacting, coming across as obnoxious, or not sticking to my principles. Taking a step back and really thinking about all the factors leads to better decision-making and less misunderstandings or escalation. I assume by default that people are not looking to cause problems and instead assume they mean the best. Some may think this is a naive belief, but I believe it is the best way for me to handle things. I do understand that some people may be intentionally offensive or aggressive, but it is much easier to avoid confrontation at first, only reach the conclusion that a person is malicious if it's overwhelmingly obvious. My ability to make good decisions greatly improves with just a few seconds of careful thought, and this church has helped me reach my goals of thinking carefully and living out my values. I would also like to thank the church for providing me with the opportunity of my first job and allowing me to assist in making the services accessible to everyone. Thank you.
Are we good? There we go. So I was crying before the service even started because of the hymn, so we'll see how this goes. Nope. Alex is the best of us. We've always said that. He really is. He has my mom's sense of humor, the sarcasm and wit, which didn't develop till he was a little bit older. He has her uncanny ability to impersonate animals and make us all laugh at what their voices would be. He had my dad's intelligence and his ability to just figure things out. And he has Tim's just laid back, sweet nature. And I hope he has some positive things for me as well, but I can't really speak to that. But he really is. From day one, we always said he is the best of us, and I am so delighted to get to be his mother and to have the privilege of seeing him grow. And I can't wait. I've said this again and again and again. I can't wait to see what he does next.
So when people ask me, what is parenthood? I would always quote Steve Martin in The Father of the Bride. Parenthood is being in a constant state of panic, okay? So, and I thought to myself for a long time that's, I'm gonna try not to cry, that was good advice, or that was real, that was. And for most people it is. You are always in a constant state of panic, that you are always constantly thinking what can go wrong, what can go right, what's gonna happen next, and in a negative way. And last couple of years now, I'm I'm changing my mind. I'm not panicked. You are an adult. Thinking of where you're going to go, what you're going to do, doing whatever you want. I am not panicked. You will be successful in whatever you do.
All right, well, so he is my brother, so, you know, there are things there, but he is probably one of the best brothers I could ask for, because he's a friend, more than that. He's always there for me. No matter if we fight or anything, next day, we're fine. And I'm gonna cry too, because that's just what's gonna happen here. But I am so glad to have someone like that in my life to just be with. And no matter how I'm feeling, he'll always be there for me.
So, Alex, when your mom asked me if I wanted to say a few words today, she said something that was meant to strike fear into the heart of teenage boys everywhere, which was, feel free to share a story. The more embarrassing, the better. And so, I won't get too into the weeds here, but I will say that my children's extensive knowledge of Chicagoland train restaurants is thanks to you. But I just wanted to say I have always been so impressed by your emotional maturity, which I think would put so many adults to shame, and your ability to adapt to any situation, and your kindness and big heart. And I think that, you know, you have like a very strong sense of self for someone that is so young, and you have a great ability to read a situation. You know, you interact, you know, so well with my kids who are so very different, you know, and when you were babysitting and, you know, Catherine, who is so shy, you know, was kind of concerned and was saying, you know, well, you know, do I have to talk to him when he's babysitting because, you know, you were a teenage boy, and that was scary to her. You know, like that didn't faze you at all, you know, but it was totally fine for Madeline to talk your ear off. So congratulations, and I know you're gonna do amazing things at North Central.
Hi, I didn't really prepare anything today, but I'm just really happy I got to watch you grow up, and from the little 2-year-old who always told me, well, actually, to the young man that you are today, who probably still says, well, actually, and recently told myself and your mother that you know teenagers more mature than us, which is probably true. So, congratulations, Alex.
I actually had a hard time deciding what I wanted to say about Alex. And to keep it short, he's going to be a great engineer, but he's going to be an engineer with heart and compassion.
I always used to not like it when people said this about me, so I'm gonna say it to Alex. I remember when you were first born. Actually, that's quite an honor. Now that I'm saying it, I understand what people meant when they said it about me, that such a great honor to watch someone grow so much. So. All right, we are going to break up our 2 statements with a hymn, but you will need your hymnals for this one, because while you're singing, there's gonna be a photo montage of some little faces that you may or may not recognize. So our hymn is number 1008 in the teal hymnal, When Our Heart is in a Holy Place. And you can stand in spirit or in body, please. Is it like no, it should go by itself. When our heart is in a holy place. He's saving us. There it goes. Thank you. In a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, and we listen when the loving each other's words. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, the silence of sacred space, and the God of our hearts is within, and we feel the power of each other's faith. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, our heart is in a I got it. I got it. Our other bridger is Kate Snoffer. In second grade, Kate wrote, "I believe it is important to respect people and treat them fairly. I believe it is important to be kind." This very idea was echoed in her coming of age faith statement when she shared, "I believe in the acceptance of everyone. Because in the end, we are all just humans trying to thrive in this great big world. We are constantly arguing about what is right and what is wrong. We need to be more open to others in the sense where when you meet someone, homosexual or transgender, they are just another human, striving to be a good, pure human. And oh my gosh, they don't believe the exact same thing as you do? So what? It is not affecting you or anyone else unless you choose it to. We are humans. Humans should treat others as humans. Treat others as you wish to be treated." Kate will be attending DePauw University in Indiana in the fall to study anthropology and environmental studies while staying active in music. Kate?
Good morning. My name is Kate Snoffer, and you all know why I'm up here. When I first sat down to write this speech, it was an embarrassingly short amount of time ago. I'm talking like 3 days ago. I'm a master of procrastination. I like to say that it gives me more time to think. This time, I think I actually did use the time to think. I can't say all too many of my general beliefs have changed all that much. I'm still a UU. I know my 7 principles, more or less. What has really changed is the world around me, but maybe that's because I started paying attention. The injustices and triumphs of the 5 the past 5 years have really strengthened my core beliefs. I've gone through a lot of change personally and socially. I went from middle school to high school, then I went to high school from home for a whole year. I've made new friends and I've kept in touch with the old. I've tried new things and stayed with activities I've loved for ages. I've seen people come and go from this earth, and I've learned a lot. Though I learned a lot of stuff in my classes, content-wise, I've also learned a lot about the people around me. As Pam said, I'm going into anthropology, which is the study of people, and why they are the way that they are. Despite my introvertedness, I love people, their intricacies, and all the different ways there are to experience life. I believe that the joy of life is the amount of different types of people you can surround yourself with. You can learn miles more from a person's trials and tribulations than any lesson in a textbook. I still believe the greatest thing you can do for someone is to respect them and selflessly give them love. At the end of the day, all of our experiences in life can be traced back to one thing: love. Loving yourself, loving others, loving your planet, and loving those who are not like you. I believe that we as humans are granted the incredible opportunity to improve ourselves throughout our lives. I've made some mistakes in my life, but knowing that I can be a little bit better today than I was yesterday makes it easier. I believe there is no deadline to start being kinder. UU has given me an incredible place to learn and explore my beliefs in an unrestricted way and have fun while doing it. Unitarian Universalism is very portable in the way that it's easy to practice anywhere, anytime. I'm grateful to have spent many years here and will carry what I've learned with me. I want to thank any teachers, mentors, classmates who have been there with me. Your unique human experience will continue to teach me throughout my life. Thank you.
Good morning. The stoic German Lutheran in me is not going to let myself cry, but I was crying with you. So I'm capable, but it's not going to happen now if all goes well. But I wanted to take this time to just reflect a little bit on 18 years ago when Kate was born. I was a little panicked on the baptismal process and what that was going to look like. Coming from the religious background that I did, I knew it was time for a shift, and I did what any good parent would do in that situation. I Googled baptism services, thinking I would write it myself, and a trend happened again and again. Each page I went to where I found things I liked, they were all Unitarian Universalist web pages. And I thought, well, that's interesting. What is this? So we were able to write our own service for Kate, and then when we moved here to the Chicagoland area, the first thing I did was Google where the closest Unitarian church was from where we lived, and that's how we landed here in Hinsdale. And so 14 years ago, I think one of the first services we came to was a coming of age service where, about 5, 7, 10 students talked about their faith, and I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. We were coming to this church no matter what at that point. So it's been a real pleasure as a parent to watch the kids go through these steps. And it's working out exactly, the puzzle pieces have come together in a way that their religious beliefs and faith and spirituality has really been inspiring. And for that, I want to thank the congregation, the mentors, and especially the rock of the religious education program, Pam. She is a true hero in our household. We're really, really thankful. And we did not talk about who is going to go next.
Okay, so unlike all of you, I've known Kate my whole life. She's known you her whole life, but I've known her my whole life. My favorite picture my favorite picture of us is when I was just born, actually. I'm in Mom's arms, and it's when I first met Kate, and I am beet red, like scary red, because I was crying so hard. I don't know why. I can't remember. But I'm proud to say that we get along a bit better now. Starting in high school, we got to go to marching band together, and we got to drive every Monday and Wednesday to practice. And now we've gotten really close. We do miscellaneous sister things, even though we're both very busy people. My favorite includes doing the dishes together, where we're either fighting or laughing so hard we cannot get anything done for an entire hour. But now she's going to college, and I have to do the dishes by myself, so that kind of sucks. So I'm very proud, and I'm gonna miss getting to go to band practice with you every week. So happy bridging.
Like Pam, today is one of my favorite days, or a day like this, when I know I'm going to hear a young woman who's growing into an adult, who already is a young adult, and I'm going to hear about Kate and her thoughts. And she's an amazing individual. She's always authentic, but the strength and growth that this program and this community has given her, where she can get up and talk about her beliefs in a safe place, is very important to me. And I'm thrilled that she has that opportunity. So thank all of you for making this a safe place for sharing ideas. That's thrilling for me. And it's great to hear Becca too, because the girls, they get along great. Kate's been a fantastic older sister. She's true to herself and she's true to others. And it's going to be an interesting couple months as she gets ready to head off to school. But we know that she's going to do great things. And so, Kate, thank you for sharing yourself with us. And obviously, we look forward to seeing what's next. And I want to hear more about how you change in your thoughts and your dreams. So thank you. We love you.
All right, Kate and Alex, would you come up and choose a chalice, a small gift from us to take with you on your journey? And Joe's gonna offer you this gift.
Kate, Alex, today we give each of you a chalice. Keep it as a symbol of yourself and your beliefs. Now it is your responsibility to keep your flame aglow. Take this chalice and use it to find your own path. But remember the love and faith which are in this gift. They are there for you whenever you need them.
Thank you. Yeah, you're done. Yeah. Joe's done. If you guys could come over here and be more in front of us. Perfect. Now it is the time for our congregation to affirm Kate and Alex. So you will find in your handout on the back side this affirmation. Your part is in bold italics, I believe. Through this bridging ceremony today, our church community sends our young adults forth on their journey with the safety of roots and the freedom of wings.
To you who have so recently left the spring of childhood and are standing on the threshold of summer, the beginning of adulthood, to you, young adults, we pledge our sustaining love and friendship. We celebrate you and your journey.
For those of you participating in Sunday morning worship and programs, creating a welcoming religious home for our young adults with liberal religious values, we thank you and give our support and love. We value your participation in our religious community.
For those of you who are off to different places to study or to work, we no longer say goodbye. Instead, we pledge to you a continuing friendship of love, a constant yet changing religious family and home.
To all of you, we affirm your spiritual growth and welcome your participation as adults in the sacred and creative work of this world. Joe, would you please light their chalices? And I'm going to offer your blessing, and I'm going to try to come down here and look at you, although that's dangerous.
I spent years watching Pam.
And I practice and practice and practice, so I won't, and then I do every time anyway. This is a time of moving beyond your youth to the fuller responsibilities of adulthood. Decisions about your religion, your faith, your life, and your person lie ahead. You will decide whether or not to go to church, whether to belong to a congregation or carry on your religious life on your own. Take this flame from us, and with it remember all the lessons that we've learned together, and the laughing and the fun and the sleepless nights. Live your life in awareness of your actions and choices. See the beauty in the world which surrounds us, the structure and the chaos. Realize that there is both evil and good in this world. And please, let the balance of what you do in the world add to the good. Go in peace upon your road. The graduating class of 2023. I forgot what's next. Yes. Reverend Beth couldn't be here today, but she wanted to share a message with our youth.
Good morning, all, and a special good morning to Alex and Kate. I'm so sorry I'm in person today, but please hang on you that I'm with you in spirit.
No, it's the same time.
One last technical glitch before you go, Alec.
We thought a video would be easier than Zoom.
Good morning, all, and a special good morning to Alex and Kate. I'm so sorry I'm in person today, but please on YouTube that I'm with you in spirit. Statements, with your thoughtful reflections. I know that you've taken in your Unitarian universal faith in your lives. In a time of great danger and great possibility in our world, your witness, your love, your presence, to the world. I want you to know
likes you a lot.
Morning to Alex and Kate. I'm so sorry I can't be with you, and please with you Wednesday.
All right, so we're going to put it up on YouTube so that everybody can see it. What it says is that she's so sorry that she hasn't had the opportunity to get to know you, but she does know the love in this congregation will carry you through. So bless you, and sorry, Reverend Beth, that your beautiful message didn't get shared.
Now is the time when we bring our best to the church. We offer our resources of time, of talent, and of treasure to the work this church does to make a difference. Please join in saying our offertory words as the collection begins. No, it's not showing up on the screen at all. This church is made up of all of us. It is what we learn together, the work we do together, the fun we have together. It is what we share with one another, with the people around us, and with the world. Thank you for your generosity to the work of this church.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Please rise in body or in spirit and join in our closing hymn, which may or may not be here. It's number 1057 in the teal hymnal, Go Lift It Up. And we'll sing it through 2 times. Invite Kate and Alex to come up to extinguish our chalice. It's right here. One of you can just start.
Be extinguish the light of our community with this wish for all. May you find within yourself the courage to be who you are. May you know when it is time to listen and when to speak. May you trust yourself to be the one to find the words that need to be said or do what needs to be done. May you trust others and know that there are many ways to go through life. May you feel the strength of your roots and the freedom of your wings.
Now may the rhythms of our coming together, the melodies of our worship, and the harmonies of our farewells make musical our living.
Soothing our spirits and uplifting our souls this day and into the beckoning future.